What was it like, day to day?
Bonner was born happy. He was born 9 pound 5 ounce happy baby boy, and he was filled with joy. And he had 2 older brothers, and he was so delightful and sweet and kind and adventurous and curious from the beginning.
Is there any stories that you remember of him being like super adventurous or like, you know, being a little mischievous out there as a kid?
So many.
Well, we've got the runaway story where
Okay.
he was 5 years old and took his Speedos, his favorite rock, and a little sack and went next door to the to the neighbor's woodpile, and that runaway lasted about an hour, and he was back home again. But always felt like he could achieve in any situation, and generally delivered.
I have wonderful memories of Bonner when he was about 4 years old. Richard would come home from his job site. He built homes, and he would always bring Bonner and the boys hammers and nails and pieces of wood. And Bonner would spend hours in the garage just building and hammering, and it was just his happiest moments. And I love to think about that because I love how his creative mind now matches up with his love for the city and his love to serve people.
How was he in school? You know, you had a lot of school memories. Like, what did you hear about him in school?
He was competitive, and I remember as a first grader he read like the most books in the class, some huge number of books. But he was generally prepared. But when he wasn't, he had the ability to scramble and make it happen. I remember he was about in the maybe 5th or 6th grade. We were sitting at the supper table, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh my goodness, oh my." So the next thing we know, he's charging to the basement, and we say, "Bonner, what's up?" He said, "I've got my month project due tomorrow morning." He had all month to work on it. He goes downstairs. I say, "Well, this will be a great learning opportunity for Bonner. He's going to learn to be prepared going forward." Well, lo and behold, he makes an A on the thing. So, you know, it's that sort of ability when his back's against the wall to scramble, put it together, and deliver on time, quality.
Cool. What was Bonner's general friendships like? He had like a ton of friendships. He played in the neighborhood quite a bit. Like, how was that?
I'd say he had a very diverse group of friends. He went to Hunter Elementary School, and we remember just a real eclectic group of friends that he seemed to enjoy everybody and see a richness in various personalities. So yeah.
I love how we were so fortunate to live in Raleigh. It was just almost an ideal community for our family because I have such great memories of our children playing in the neighborhood, playing with neighbors, but also they could be independent, and they would go to the creek, and they would go to the basketball court, and they would go to the school playground, but they could get on their bikes, and we felt like it was a safe environment in Raleigh. And he would bring home friends from school. He would ride the bus to Ligon and Hunter, and he'd bring different friends home that maybe weren't neighborhood, but we just loved how he had just that independent spirit. But I was always amused by what would be in his pocket when he would come home at night, and I would wash his clothes, and I would find maybe crayfish, maybe rocks, maybe just special little things that he would collect as a little boy because he had just been kind of roaming the neighborhood and gathering up little treasures.
Yeah, Raleigh was a great place for us to come to raise our family, and you know, having 4 boys, and they were able to have the freedom and roam the neighborhoods, and it was just a great choice for us. I remember coming to Raleigh, and we maybe had a handful of friends from Chapel Hill that were here, so it was a new place, a growth.